Alright, give me 1 second. Okay, so this is my coronavirus tracker app. This is a hybrid app that I created, and we are currently in the login screen. So I also have this open to show you that the current username, I'm using local storage for this. Originally I was going to use PHP and have it hosted through the LAMP server, the FAU LAMP server, but I was running into some issues, permission issues, and I didn't have enough time to really work on that. So instead, I decided to go with local storage, and this works perfectly fine. So for now, we're going to sign in. Well, actually, let's create a new user. Uh, so we're going to create a new user, and we're going to call it admin, and we'll give it a password or an email. Sorry, email of admin@gmail. This emulator is running a little slow today, so give me some time to get it to work. Come on. It's running really slow for some reason. Probably because I have the OBS running. OBS is the capture software that I'm using to do this. So let's sign up. All right, and we can just put in the new name and password. So in this, what is going on here? Why is it doing this? Come on. Sorry, this might be slow throughout the entire video because the emulators uh, it's all screwed up for some reason. This normally doesn't happen. Normally it's a lot faster. All right. So okay, so there you go. We logged in with the new username and password. Uh, Username here, password here, and it brings you to this current news landing page, and it will populate with the first top five news articles that it found, and these are all links. So if I were to click the first one, uh, a new page pops up with an iframe, and it directs you to the website, and you can read the article on that website through the iframe. Um, Ideally, I would have liked to have created a web scraper to get the information and then um, populate the screen and style it myself instead of using an iframe. But to save time, this was the most efficient way of doing this. Um, Now I realize that this is not the latest news. The API for some reason is not updating with the latest news. I don't. That's not on my end. That's the API. Um, but that's. I just realized that there. If you click on back, it should bring you right back to the home page, and you can click on the next one. And these are all clickable links. And same thing here. Should populate with it with the article for this one. It's taking a little bit longer because the emulator. All right, we'll just forget about that because for some reason the emulator's not really working very well. All right, so the next thing we have is the search. So when we go to search, we have this drop down menu, And so we can just click on this, and we can pick a state. So these are all abbreviated. So for this search, I had to use several different APIs. Um, I would have liked to have just used one API to get all the information, but because the data for the API um, had abbreviations for the states, I had to use that one API, and then I had to use a different API to get the names, or created my own script to have the names and the coordinates and different things like that. But that was one thing I had to deal with. So when I click New Jersey and I select New Jersey is populated here, and then all the information for that state is populated there. And this is the latest update, so I made sure to include that. When you select favorite and press submit, it will give you a favorite. So right now, we don't have a favorite, so we have to create a favorite. So if I were to press on this, nothing's going to happen. Um, see, no favorite. So we deselect that, and to select a favorite, we just go to settings, and we can click on this drop down and pick a favorite. So for my favorite, I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick. Um, let's see. Let's pick. I don't know. Let's pick Hawaii because I like Hawaii. All right. So Hawaii is my favorite now. Um, and so like let's go back to search, and if I select favorite and submit, Hawaii will pop up. So yeah, I had to use different APIs and different things because, like this, the name Hawaii, the data set does not have Hawaii, but it has the abbreviations. So I would have to have some way of getting the name to show that. All right, and so that's my search. The next thing we have is the graph. So here's our graph. The graph shows the infected rate, the death rate, and the recovery rate. Um, and this is tracking back from March 3rd all the way to today's date. This is actually hasn't been updated yet, so this is yesterday's date. Um, so these are all the current numbers for yesterday's dates. Um, let's see, emulator's not wanting to function. Okay, so yeah, like infected. The number infected yesterday was 1,132,539, and you can check the dates for each one. And as you can see, the numbers just keep going up. They're not, and we haven't actually hit that curve. We haven't hit the peak, and we're not. You don't see any. We don't see any decrease in this virus yet. And this is all for the entire U.S. This is not for the state. This is for the entire U.S. So that's the graphing section. The next part we have is the map, and so the map is not going to populate on the emulator for some reason. On load, the map just does not want to do that. It doesn't. It just doesn't work like that. So instead, uh, I'm going to show how it works on the web browser, just to show that it works. On an actual device, it does work. So here we're gonna. Oh, I already have a user in here, so we can just sign in as admin, and 1, 2, 3, 4 password for this, and come on. Oh, it's not admin because I accidentally spelled the name wrong. Okay, so now we're in, and if I go to map, um, there you go. You see the map does populate. I created this. I found a file that has all the coordinates that outline the state. So when you go to the state on the map, it will show you that, and the little marker is your location. And um, basically, I'm using the geolocation API from Google to get your current state based on your longitude, latitude, and then will I query the another API on that state, um, and then I get this information. And this works, um, just doesn't work on the emulator itself. But what does work is when I do select something on here, the map will refresh. It's just on load for some reason in the emulator. It doesn't work. So like when I hit Colorado and I press send, um, Colorado is popped up with all its numbers, and the state of Colorado shows on there highlighted. And we can just zoom out and you can see that. Let's see, we can do Hawaii. Hawaii. So Hawaii was my favorite on here. So if I select favorite, click send, Hawaii is pops up on the map, and you can get all the information for Hawaii, their current deaths and infected, and this was updated earlier today. Um, each state has their own information, and they are updating at different times. So, and not every state tracks all the same information. So some information might not show up on here. Like certain states might not show the total recovered. They might just show the infected, the positive, and the death, but not the recovered rate. Uh, so it really all depends on the how well the API is being maintained with that, and how each state is deciding to track that information. But so this is basically the app here, and the last part for this is to go to settings, and let's say you want to you don't want your profile anymore, you want to delete it. You just click delete, and it will delete your profile and bring you back to to the uh, the home screen. So if I were to type in something now, um, without one, without a name, let's see, admin, and I give it a password 1234. Uh, shouldn't pop up. Should get an alert actually. Why is it not working? So I don't know why the emulator is not working properly. Um, but yeah, so it's not obviously admin and the password's not there, so it's not gonna do anything. And so that basically is my app. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, till next time.